Alright, hello there. I'm gonna review this freaking car. Yeah, it's a BMW. I'm pretty sure this is a 2020 model and 2020 year X2 model they've got going. I'm not really sure what to say about this thing. I don't even have a driver's license, so I can't drive this thing. Uh, I got this idea because I was in a mall with my mom and I saw it there. It was pretty cool. The one I saw in the mall had this black paint. Sorry for the low resolution images, but I'm pretty sure you'd still be able to make out like what it looks like. Things probably not gonna handle too bad. Most of its engine options are inlines. Actually, I'm pretty sure all of its engine options are inlines, and they're all turbo too, and they're all diesel. No, they could probably not be all diesel. No, most of them are diesel, and it's offered in either front engine, front wheel drive, or four wheel drive configurations, which are probably gonna improve handling even more. I but think the only real thing I can say about this car is about the styling. So I'm gonna talk about that. So as you can see, this is a low resolution image of the vehicle. It's got a relatively low roof. It's got a relatively low height compared to BMWs, like the X5 and some other coupes. Actually, I haven't looked at those, but this roofline is quite low compared to the front of the vehicle, which is almost like, I'd say, 1.5 times higher than the roof. Check that out. That cannot be very comfortable. Maybe it is. But this styling is pretty aggressive, with some pretty angular headlights over here, as you can see. They're more angular than other headlights. My mom owns an X5, and that thing doesn't have nearly as angular headlights as these are. And the grills are a bit more triangular and aggressive. As you can see, it's got loads of lines that don't really. Frick, I knocked my mic over, what an idiot. Anyway, it's got loads of lines that don't really go anywhere, like as you can see, these body lines. The car's body is kind of like sloped down like this, which further, accentuates the aggressive styling. It's got these triangular vents, which I'm pretty sure they don't work. I looked at it in the store and they were solid. I don't think they work. They've also got this sort of like low hood going on, that the face really just stands out. So the car, you look at it and you think that the car is snarling at you. And that's pretty cool. Move on to the next image. This is the rear of the car. I'm pretty sure, well, in my opinion, the rear of the car looks way better than the front. As you can see, the rear kind of face of the car is way bigger than the window, because the car is sloped. You can see that slope a bit better over here. Oh, damn it, I clicked on. Okay, you can see that better over here. It has some wheels over here. Damn it, I don't know what I'm saying. But the one I saw in the store was black. This one is blue. BMW car color options aren't very cool. This one has a single exhaust. The one in the store I saw had dual exhaust, so I think that probably would have been a higher trim level. See, the headlights are also pretty angular. There are no grills here. It's got this sort of diffuser going on. I'm not sure if it really has any function or if it really helps with the aerodynamics of the vehicle, but it looks pretty cool. You've got this little indent over here. That also is pretty angular, and it also has a little bit of a spoiler over here going on that further accentuates the the aggressive look of the car. And these headlights are real angular. And the license plate is down here instead of being like on the trunk, which actually does make it look a bit more aggressive. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next slide. This slide is actually way more high resolution than all the others, because I had to scale those up. But my only real pet peeve of the styling of this This car is like this right here. Like, why? What are these like plastic looking parts in the front here? It makes it look like this car just ate some asphalt colored ice cream, man. Like, look at this. That's practically the same color. But I just don't really like that. It doesn't really look cool. I'm pretty sure on the previous image it wasn't there, or maybe it couldn't really be seen that well because of the black and color. But this image is also a hybrid test vehicle, which probably means this probably explains this little thing right here. Maybe that's where you would recharge the car. I'm not sure. But as you can see, like, look at this car. This image is a good image. You can see a lot of things here. It's got these fog lights with some black angular stuff. These cool curves and lines for like a large grills and stuff. These triangular things, which are pretty cool. You know, the front of the car is real big, real big. That's kind of a trend with recent BMWs. The thing that I like most about this car is that it doesn't have those stupid looking giant grills up front. I just love that. I'm pretty sure BMW is starting to patch that up because I don't think anybody really liked that. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, new X7, right? That thing had those big grills and nobody really liked them, especially me. I really didn't like the way they looked. I also don't like these plastic pieces over here. I'm not even sure if they're plastic, but I just don't really like the look of them. They don't look too good. They kind of just ruin the car, to be honest. You can see that this car is probably already on the road. Yeah, I think I did see a few on the road, and I would actually really like to drive this car. I love the aggressive styling, the sporty look of it. It would be even cooler if the car could be offered in rear-wheel drive configurations, because I'm pretty sure the iForce probably couldn't generate much wheel spin. But I don't know. Maybe rear-wheel drive would be pretty cool for like the handling. I don't know. Maybe front-wheel drive cars handle better than rear-wheel drive cars, but BMW BMW offers some rear-wheel drive cars anyway, so I guess they can keep this one from being rear-wheel drive. You can see it's not smooth. That's what makes it aggressive looking. You know, it's got all these angular lines and stuff. You see this line over here for the fender. It just goes to the rear, extends to the rear tail light. They got this little indent over here. I'm not sure why it's there, but it does kind of make it look more aggressive. Yeah, they've got all this shaping around the grille and the front bumper. Wait, is this whole thing the front bumper? Jesus Christ, that's a huge front bumper. Wow, that is big. And I also like that the headlights, like the grille and the headlights are perfectly proportioned. Like, this thing is where, like, on old BMWs, the headlights would be too big, and on the new ones, like the X7, the grille would be too big and the headlights too small. On this car, this issue does not affect this car, because its headlights and grille are perfectly proportioned and make it look good. You can see all this angular molding, these lines on the hood, which make it look more aerodynamic. This roof rack adds some utility to the vehicle, sports utility vehicle, as you can call it. But I'd call it more of like sort of a sedan hatchback, because this thing isn't really a wagon. I kind of thought of calling it a wagon, but like, no, it's just not a wagon. There's not enough space back here to be a wagon. But it still has space back there, so you can drive around looking cool in your BMW and still haul the kids to school, and everything is gonna be good because the car looks good and everyone's gonna respect you. Overall, I'd give this car styling about an 8 out of 10 because of these plastic bits I don't really like, and some angular shapes don't really go where I'd like them to go. It just has too much of this stuff going on, but maybe that's not an issue with the hard trims. Engine options, I'd give them, I think, 7 out of 10, because I know they're good for fuel economy and, you know, the modern range of vehicles where you have to have fuel efficient engines, but it's kind of sad they don't have V8 options for this car. Okay.